So I had a question for you. I don't know why every recording starts with "so I had a question."
Well,
but it
lots
does.
of questions.
It does. Do you want to do some more viewpoints so we can unlock them for the city? So I had a question for you.
Okay.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. No, my actual question for you was, what is Assassin's Creed?
What do you mean?
I mean, what is it? Like, when you see a game, an Assassin's Creed game, what should it be to you?
Okay, well, there should be a few different elements that I think are staples to Assassin's Creed, like, for example, some sort of modern-day type story, and some of the central core elements should be about you going back in time to a past ancestor and living out their life.
Okay.
In some event to try to find something or do something.
So first up, is Assassin's Creed Mirage not an Assassin's Creed game then? Because it does not have a modern day story. Did you know that?
Does it not have a modern day story?
No, it's only in the past. Modern day story will not be in that game.
So yes and no. That one... Now, I know it sounds like there's always going to be some exception, but that one I think is an exception because I feel like a lot of the modern-day story already happened for that game in Valhalla.
Oh.
So, like, I feel like we already got the modern-day story with, Bassam and so on, that, to me, that one is fine because it already happened. Now we just get to see more about his life.
What are your thoughts on them moving that direction, though? Because they basically said that for the most part... Also, sorry if you hear this, I'm turning this a little bit. They basically said that for the most part, the modern day stuff is now going to be taking place in Infinity, or whatever. At least that was kind of like what they were hinting at.
So are they saying that, like, modern day stuff is not really going to be a thing in the future?
Not in the main games.
Well, okay, so...
Pretty much Layla's story was the last modern day playable story in the sold disc titles for now.
So I guess my question is just, what is Infinity then?
Nobody knows.
If it's not
a platform.
If it's not a main game, then what is Infinity?
It's like Netflix for Assassin's Creed is how it's been pushed. So basically, like, Infinity will have... It's like a hub. So it'll have a bunch of the games on it, right?
Okay.
So, like, let's say it has Assassin's Creed 1 through Origins.
I want to destroy that guy's thing.
Let's say it has 1 through Origins on it.
Okay.
Do you need help getting up to that viewpoint?
No, I should be good.
So let's say it has 1 through Origins on it, and then the newest games will not be on it right away because it's... My understanding is, from how they're talking about it, is that it's going to be like a subscription thing, where you subscribe to it to get access to Assassin's Creed games, but you can still buy them on disc like Mirage. For now. But if it's popular enough, I guarantee you eventually you will not be able to buy them on disc.
Right.
Because that's what Netflix does. Netflix was... I mean, I know Netflix published a few of their things as Blu-rays, but for the most part, Netflix wasn't like, yeah, we got a Netflix exclusive, let's put it on a disc.
No.
Because that would give you no reason to have Netflix then.
Right.
If you bought that disc. Like, let's say you were a big fan of... I don't know. I mean, I know Stranger Things they put on disc, but let's say you're a big fan of, maybe Disney Plus is a better example, sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could also do, like, any of the Defender series.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Daredevil's the only one that got discs, didn't it? Like a
Jessica Jones got a season 1.
So Iron Fist and Luke Cage, didn't it?
I don't think they did.
Okay, so let's say you're a big fan of Iron Fist. Like I am. I love the Iron Fist in me.
Yeah. You love my Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Or let's just say that you're a big Disney Plus person, and you are a huge, huge, huge fan of Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
If I'm Disney Plus, give me one good reason I should put Obi-Wan Kenobi the series on disc if I know that I can get you to keep paying every month for Disney Plus to have access to Obi-Wan Kenobi the show.
Right. There's no reason at all.
And that's exactly why they don't do it. And that's my problem with Assassin's Creed Infinity, is that the way it's been portrayed so far, unless something changes, is that it's going to be a hub, home, and platform of Assassin's Creed. And that, for now, you can still buy the discs, but who's to say that eventually you won't be able to? Or who's to say eventually they won't do something like exclusive to Assassin's Creed Infinity, Black Flag Remastered,
Right.
or something like that.
Right.
And so then that's the only way to play that game. You know, also,
I guarantee it's coming.
Also, they better have the Callum Lynch movie on there with like Michael Fassbender, or I'm gonna be real pissed. But I just want the app to just be a launcher for that movie.
Right, me too.
It's just a launcher for like the 2015 like Assassin's Creed movie with Fassbender. Why can't you climb that?
I don't know.
This game confuses me sometimes.
Can I climb this? Apparently not.
I think you can.
I guess I can climb this.
Turn around and jump. Okay. Try jumping to that. There you go.
Okay, so I guess I can climb that.
Where are you supposed to go?
That. Yeah,
I feel like eventually you can jump while climbing, don't you?
I feel like you can, but I don't know why it's not working. Can I do this? Nope.
Try here. Let me try something.
What the heck?
That's what. Yeah, I don't know. She said, I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know. I think that. Okay.
I did it.
All right. So yeah, I do think that is the direction of it, unfortunately, because, you know, I'm gonna be honest here. A lot of consumers, including myself, are pretty stupid. And I know these companies will be like, well, here's Assassin's Creed Infinity, and basically...
Infinity?
Yeah, whatever it's called. And basically, everyone will buy it because they're like, well, I like Assassin's Creed. And to be honest, they'll also buy it because I know Ubisoft is basically going to, like, starve them of something right before it comes out. So people are just itching to buy Assassin's Creed.
Or
so
they're just
going to buy it.
Or they just make it so that's the only way to get that thing.
Yeah, so
like
they're going to have to buy it.
Like everyone's waiting for Black Flag Remastered.
It's probably just going to be waiting to be on that. So it's like...
Is there a flag up here? Because if there is, I don't want to have to climb this again.
I don't see one.
But I don't see a way to get higher. Let me check.
So, I think that... I guess my thing is... From what I know right now, I hate this.
Mm-hmm. I'm turning off the HUD, by the way, so we can get a really cool
better take less than
screenshot.
10 seconds, because I'm upset.
Come on.
So it's like, I kind of just hate this. And I also hate, like, the direction of this. And I find it a little silly, to be honest with you. Can you turn off the HUD in other Assassin's Creed games?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay.
For screenshots and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look, you can see the people move down there, and unlike Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, from 10 feet away, they look good from 200,000 feet away, so... I feel like Nintendo should just kind of feel bad about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah. Even Sword and Shield ran better than that game.
It's so disappointing because it's such a better game.
I know.
But, yeah, no, that's... What it's looking like it's going to be is a hub for Assassin's Creed experiences. And also, there were some hints that perhaps the multiplayer of some kind will return. And guess what they shut down on these other ones? The multiplayer.
Interesting. Did you not synchronize? Why is it still on the map?
Oh, no.
Did you not synchronize? I don't remember. I don't remember.
Let's cut ahead. So is the Sears Tower associated with defunct business Sears?
It's actually not called the Sears Tower anymore.
So it was.
It was, yeah. I don't know if it was with Sears itself, but it got bought.
By who? Who buys a tower?
Now it's called Willis Tower.
Like Bruce Willis?
Yeah, Bruce Willis bought it.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know who Willis is, but yeah, now that's what it's called.
We just discussed it.
So there's one there. I don't know who Willis is besides the obvious answer of Bruce Willis.
Oh, are you going to take a drink? Go ahead and take your drink.
I can play.
No, take your drink. It's really important to you to take a drink right now.
Okay,
when I'm trying to play.
I got that drink there. Got it out of the way. Okay, I can play now.
Do you think it's boring gameplay that we went around and got all of the viewpoints first? No?
No, not at all.
Okay, sorry. Why? Justify your position, go.
Because viewpoints are fun, and it's a core memory of Assassin's Creed.
Core memory?
Core element, not memory, of Assassin's Creed.
So, that's my question is, would you buy an Assassin's Creed? Would you buy Assassin's Creed Infinity if it was the only way to play a new Assassin's Creed game?
Depends.
On what?
On what the game is.
But you've never skipped an Assassin's Creed game on purpose. service.
True.
Actually, no, you have.
But it could be a first.
You have skipped Assassin's Creed games, actually.
Yeah.
Like Assassin's Creed 2 Discovery.
Well, yeah,
and Assassin's Creed
like those ones.
Bloodlines or whatever, and
I guess for me it just
Chronicles.
comes down to like I don't see the point.
Best game, Altair Chronicles.
And I probably would end up maybe getting Infinity, but maybe like secondhand.
Oh, you can't buy it secondhand.
Why?
It's like Netflix, so it's going to be an application that you pay. So you pay them directly. Yeah, you can't buy that secondhand.
Do people not see the problem with this?
No, but why don't you tell them?
Do people not see the issue with...
Do people what?
Not see the issue with digital-only stuff.
No, they don't,
Like,
clearly.
Do people not see the issue with that? Or it's like the digital-only God community... Are they...
God? Like,
Yeah.
digital only is God?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Jump to the left and hold B.
Oh, okay, I guess there's just a ledge. So maybe I just can't get up there here. So maybe I have to go over here.
It's quitters talk, but okay.
So anyways, do these people really not see the problem with this?
No.
That's like digitally is the greatest thing of all time, and there's no issues at all, and anyone who buys physical sucks, and I don't want you to have the experience of that. I want to basically give the corporation my direct money and have the corporation tell me what my experience needs to be and give them the full licensing power to essentially alter, change, remove, or all the above
Or
on
revoke
a product.
Or revoke your access.
Or revoke
specifically.
your access specifically.
Because in all of those terms of service, all of them that you sign, you know what they all have in common? We reserve the right to remove access to the content, blah, 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 basically for any reason we see fit.
Yep.
And that includes to you. To
Yep.
you personally.
Yep.
So let's say that, and by the way, has anyone looked into the Chinese social credit score? I know this is going to become like a conspiracy theory, but hear me out. Did you know in China now there are attempts to implement a system of social credit score?
Yeah, it's already there.
Where basically you will have a number that shows how good of a citizen you are.
Yeah, they're trying to get that in some places in America.
And basically the idea is like, do you pay your taxes? Do you buy things? Have you committed crimes?
Yep.
What are your opinions?
I guess I can sync from right here.
I don't know how.
Okay.
Literally even what are your opinions?
Yeah.
Because if you have like a ton of anti-government rhetoric,
Oh, your credit score is going down.
that number happens to go down.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? And so my point is, what if eventually you had some kind of cahoots between basically the government and these companies like that, which they already work together. I mean, you look into things like, I know iPhone has been, like Apple has been resistant to it. There's a point where you can do a leap of faith from right there.
Okay.
Let's say that iPhone and Apple and stuff, they've been kind of resistant to it, but most companies haven't. Like when the feds come knocking and say, give us your texts, you know what most companies say? Okay. Because they don't want to mess with them.
Right.
They don't want to get in trouble, because all of a sudden, look at what happened with Disney down in Florida and DeSantis and all this stuff. As soon as, like, you start crossing people who are in the government, eventually, like, it starts not helping you.
Right.
All of a sudden, like, people are looking more closely at your business dealings, or, you know, all of a sudden, like, some fraudulent things happen to pop up, and you're in trouble.
Right.
So it's like, you don't want to cross the government. So what do all these companies do? They say, yes, sir, when the government asks them to do something.
Right.
So if the government doesn't like you enough, eventually, whether that's in 10 years, 20 years, or 100 years, or 200 years, even if it's outside of our time of living, they could be like, hey, Ubisoft, this person has shit social credit score. We want them banned from everything. No games, no nothing. Nothing for this person. Hey, Netflix, no Netflix for Nate. He's anti-government.
Right.
It's kind of like the Red Scare, where they were like, oh, so you're a commie, huh? When you said something they don't like, and they made it so that you couldn't participate in society barely at all.
Yeah.
And they were doing that in like the 50s. Mm-hmm. They had the ability to do that. Now amplify that with all of these corporations working with the government hand in hand now. Like, it's easy to do.
Right.
Why don't you get in a crowd? Like, here, press B. Like, get down there.
Well, I thought I had to
Then
lock
get
onto
over-
him first.
You do, but like get over right here, and then wait here, like, and then lock onto that guy.
It was good
I
of
was
you
just,
to
yeah, I
help.
was gonna say I thought I had
It is
a
an honor to
thing
serve.
beforehand.
What do you require? The letter I've given you must be brought to Salahuddin's camp. Seek out the one they call Hisham. He will be able to help, but tell no one else of this.
None will know my mission.
Then our business is concluded.
A guy has to deliver a letter to Salad Hadeen.
Salad Hadeen.
You get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. And people's response to this is always, what is going on? What? People's response to this is always, oh, it's not going to happen. Is it? Is it really not?
Well, people said that the social credit score in... Okay. What?
Okay. My hand was out for like an hour.
You have to be really close.
So it's like, yeah, that's people always respond, well, it's not going to happen. Yeah.
That's what they said about China, though. They said that China wouldn't implement a social credit score.
Yeah.
They have.
Right.
They are working on it. It's an actual thing. It's not implemented for everyone everywhere, but it's a thing that they are trying out.
Yeah.
And trying to put in. So I'm sorry, what? Like, you can't just say, well, this won't happen when it is happening. Like, what?
Right.
You gotta stop running into everybody, dude.
It's part of the game.
You're right, I'm sorry. Excuse me, are you Salad Hadeen's friend?
Salad Hadeen? Wait, did it work or did I have to...
Yeah, you have to follow him now.
Okay.
So, by the way, you know what one of the best places to get a salad is?
Where?
Red Lobster.
Oh, Red Lobster, yeah, they have good salads.
They have amazing Caesar salads.
Yes, they have good salads.
They have good salads to the point where I got a Caesar salad the other day, and so did Jill, and so did my mom. They couldn't finish theirs, so I took both of theirs, combined them, put them in a take-home box.
Nice.
Put it in the fridge, and then later on, or the next day, I put croutons in it and I ate it, and it was just as good, if not better somehow,
Wow.
because the lettuce had marinated in the Caesar salad.
They have
Like
very
dressing.
good salads.
So just a little hack for anyone who's like a Red Lobster Caesar
life
salad,
hack.
a little Red Lobster Caesar salad fanatic like your boy. Can we see what that letter was, by the way? If you go in the DNA.
Memory log. Here we go.
So view attachment. Peace be upon you, Hashim, or whatever, or his ham. Is that racist?
Yeah, that was very racist.
Was it? But that's how it's spelled.
You didn't pronounce things exactly correct the very first time you ever did it without anyone telling you the pronunciation of it, so you're a racist.
I'm sure it's Hisham, but I like the idea that his name is his ham. I have done my best to balance the ledgers, but the counts show something strange. Payments to Jerusalem's regent and William of Montferrat in Acre, or Acre, whatever. Or Erka.
You also didn't
backwards.
pronounce this correctly either.
I had thought this might be connected to the ransom demanded by the Crusaders for our captive brethren, but given the way that ended, peace be upon those poor souls.
Oh, the sequel of Dark Souls.
This seems unlikely. It also does not account for the deliveries to Jerusalem. But if the money was not meant for ransom, then what is its purpose? You should also know that there have been extravagant parties as of late, all held within the Merchant King's palace. This is absurd. The citizens of Damascus starve themselves to help Salad Alduin war efforts. But instead, their money is being spent on feasts. They deeply despise this merchant king and are powerless to stop him, which is why I write to you now. Please, say nothing to the merchant king for now. Should he become suspicious, he'll attempt to hide his misdeeds. I'll contact you when I've learned more. With peace, Mazel Tov. Oh, Marzuk.
Close. Very close.
Sorry.
So yeah, basically to go back on your original question,
Right, you think that maybe Olive Garden has better salads?
I think maybe Olive Garden has better salads.
Do you actually?
No, I actually like I don't know if they actually know if they sell these anymore, but Wendy's.
Wendy's?
Have you had Wendy's salads?
No, but I know that McDonald's used to sell them.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know if Wendy's has these, because they used to sell like 4 different kinds of salads, and there was one that had, I think they called it like a BLT salad or something like that.
That sounds good.
And it was like heavenly. Okay.
Just get down
the ladder.
You go there. Just listen. Stop. Zoom in on that guy. See him up there? There you go. Oh wait, no.
Too far to locked in on the informer.
Oh, it's just an informant, so we have to go over
My
talk.
friend, my brother. It's been such a long time. Any news of Ada since she left? No. How sad. I'm sure you'll find her someday. I've heard a feather is lying on top of Abul-Nukud's head. Maybe I could help you, but I have a mission myself. I have 4 targets I must eliminate before noon. Let's cooperate, just like old times. 2 for you, 2 for me? They are Abul-Nukud's personal guards. You will spot them in minutes.
Also, by the way, that guy, look at his face real quick. I know we're under a time limit. It just looks like Malik. So I kind of think that Malik is just screwing with us. He's like, Altair, my buddy, my pal, I love you. And he's like, go catch these flags, go kill these guys. Like, basically just screwing with us.
Hey, Altair, I set up 30 flags here for no reason whatsoever for you to collect.
What if we could see that his one arm is clearly just a big stick? Like, to fake it with like a broom on the end. Altair, my buddy, it's me, Mimbletorf. Anyway, I feel like you need to help me.
Also, they get to go in the house there.
It's not a house, it's a market.
Whatever. But yeah, anyways, to go back on your original point, I think that, first of all...
I might have made
First of all, I think the digital-only thing for this game is stupid. I don't want a subscription service when I'm playing Assassin's Creed.
You don't need a subscription service for everything in life?
No, I don't, at all, actually.
Oh, that's weird, I do.
I kind of just want to play Assassin's Creed, you know, and that's it, and not be like, oh, it's a monthly payment of $10 to come play our game. You know, and for all these digital-only crowds, that's coming. Like, call me a conspiracy theorist, but you're only a conspiracy... Oh, flag behind you.
Okay. I have a minute and a half.
You're only a conspiracy theorist until you are correct.
Right, yeah.
You know, so it's like... It's just... To me, it's stupid. It's like, no... I think we should have both options. I think that always should be the case.
Yes.
For the people that like digital, you can buy digital. I don't care.
We bought digital games.
Yeah, but for
we buy DLC.
Well, exactly. But for the people that want physical, physical keeps the companies in check, or at least it keeps them in check better.
Yeah.
You know, it makes them say, okay, well, we have to at least put in some effort into this game, and it essentially, because then they know that it keeps it there, right? It's not... Okay, let me word this better. When you have a physical-only game, the game is on the disc, right? Which means, I guess, unless you're Nintendo with Scarlet and Violet...
What?
You basically...
But I killed him!
Jeez, so you didn't do it in time or something?
No, I did, but like the guard detected me, and apparently even though the guy died, that's a problem.
I see. So it's like, even though, you know, the game's on the disc, meaning they have an actual certain level of checks they have to do with it and so on.
Can I add in here what you're actually saying?
Yeah.
Build 1.0 has to be completable.
Yes. Well, and also even on top of that, Build 1.0 is the original art vision of the studio. I'm so tired of digital-only media getting changed. For companies to be like, let's just take out the scene. It's like, okay, but that's part of the movie, that's part of the show, that's part of the game. And yet they do this all the time. You know, and even with video games, stuff like, well, we're selling a new Assassin's Creed game later, so why don't we pull Assassin's Creed Liberations off of Steam? It happened, by the way.
Yeah, they had no reason to do that otherwise.
And by the way, I think they brought it back to Steam, but it happened.
I'm doing very badly here, sorry. And I'm fighting Attila the Hun there. What's up with that? Is this guy visiting from China? Why you got that hat on, dude? That's not a racist thing, the Hun.
No.
Like the Khans and the Huns and stuff wore really interesting outfits.
So it's like, You know, and I still stand by the fact that the only reason they brought the Liberations back to Steam was because people made a stink about it. If no one made a stink about it, do you really think they would have brought it back to Steam?
No, why
they
would
wouldn't have cared. They tried to pull it off of Steam, everyone made a big deal about it, and then that's when they basically were like, oh crap, okay.
Yeah, like we got caught, basically.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it's just, these are the licenses that you give the studios to do when you only allow them to do digital. They can do whatever they want with the game. Mm-hmm. They can do anything they want with the game.
You're basically whatever they want with your access to it.
You are basically buying for the wall to be down on your console, so you can play the game. You're not even buying the game.
You're buying a key.
Think about that for a second. If I go out and buy Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I buy it on disc, I am buying the video game. It is mine. It's in my house. I collect it. It's mine. I'm buying the game.
You know, people say that's not true. They say, well, you're just buying a license still. And it's like, yeah, but no one's going to come take the disc.
No.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm. So, like, yes, you are still technically buying a license. Like, I don't own the IP for Assassin's Creed.
No, you're buying the license for it, but they're not going to send the FBI to your house to take Assassin's Creed Mirage away from you. Well, unless maybe you're in China and your social credit score goes down, then they will. But
I'm getting these guys out of here because the fewer things I have around at the time.
Of your doing the informant?
Well, no, it's fewer guards for me to like accidentally bump into during the informant.
That makes sense.